You don't want none. What's up?
Let's do it here, bro.
What's hell? What's
You got it. You got it. You got it. I don't even want.
Hey man, we was absent last week. You heard me? Because our super producer was on a mission. So we back this week. I'm in here cleaning up and shit. But we gotta come and get the people something for the people. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Ladies, look, we're gonna need y'all help with this. I ain't gonna lie to you. We need your assistance with this one. Tonight's episode is brought to you by WWE, WWF, NWO, ABC, and DFG.
Okay.
We're talking tonight about intentional delusion.
Say it again.
Intentional delusion. Okay. Right? Now there's delusion, like something going on and you just make up some shit in your mind. You know, that's you being delusion. Right? We know y'all do that. We know y'all do that. That's a thing. That's a thing. But then there's the other side of that. On this side, where it's you intentionally throw some shit out there, and then you make it real.
So let me get this straight. So you put something in your mind on your own, and it's proven to not be true, but because you put it in your mind, you feel like it's true, then it's true?
I'm going to put that on the regular delusion. What I mean by intentional delusion is you intentionally go out your way to cause chaos. And then some kind of way you make the delusion that you made up. You made this up. Like you went as far and you create fake pages. You try to friend your old man or DM your old man, and you go get his phone while he's sleeping, and you go in that bitch and you answer the shit back, and then you smack him and wake him up. Or you texting bitches, huh? You answering bitches.
Wait. That sounds way too make-believe. So let's do this. Let's play a video of somebody actually talking pretty crazy.
Roll that beautiful beanie footage.
Judge, y'all, so when I was with my ex, I would make a fake Snapchat and then I would text him from my fake Snapchat. And since I knew his password, when he was asleep, I would go into his phone and reply from his Snapchat to my fake Snapchat. And then I would just wake him up out of sleep and just cause chaos. Like, why you texting other bitches? I just went through your phone. I seen everything. I don't know why, y'all. It was just fun. Like, but I'm a changed woman now.
Do you understand?
Wait, she started that off, we listen, but we don't judge. I'm judging the absolute shit out of you, because you is crazy.
Do we not understand the ramifications? Talking about, I don't know, it's just fun. How is it fun when it leads to you actually crying and having a fit? Because in that you having fun, you got real disrespectful. And that turned the tide. And so since you got disrespectful and then you got told some shit that you ain't think was coming back, now your feelings hurt. All because you went out your way to create this bullshit and talk about it was fun. Yeah, Brie. Yeah, Kershey. Yeah. What's happening? I need answers, David. I need y'all to give me something. I need, man, come on, bro. Make it make sense. Now, Weird ain't the half of it. Ain't the half of it. Like, okay, let's break it down, right? Let's start somewhere. Let's start somewhere. What makes y'all bored in a good relationship? Why are you bored in a good relationship? Let's start right there. Let's start with that. Who got what? Who got an answer for me?
You said, what makes you bored in a relationship?
What makes women bored in a good relationship to where they gotta gotta do shit like that?
That ain't boredom. That is mental.
She said she was bored, and it's fun. So why are you bored?
Say
what makes you bored?
She could say whatever she wants. Boy, that is mental problem at its finest. That is mental problem at its finest. You create that chaos because you crazy, and you want somebody to put up with it, and then you're gonna talk about you change. No.
Because I want women to understand this thing here. You're not bored in your relationship. You're bored in your life. Your life has become stagnant. You're not challenging yourself. It ain't about challenging your significant other. It's you. You need to challenge yourself. You need to get out your fucking comfort zone. You're bored because you're doing the same shit every day. Life is life. It's bored, right? But now you're about to mess up your whole relationship behind being bored.
Exactly. Mental dysfunction, for sure.
Like get up off your ass and do some shit. A man ain't ever bored. He always got some shit to do. If I'm bored, I'm not about to go in there and let me create this fake page, send her a dick pic, then wait till she take a nap and go get the phone and talk about, ooh, let me suck it and fuck it, and then smack her ass about her sleep and be like, bitch, what is this? I'm about to set the whole house on fire because I'm bored.
More importantly, because women talk, when she's telling her friends this shit, what are they telling her? Are they telling her you crazy? Or are they laughing at it? They think it's a joke? Cause I'm sorry, like, cause son, if you call me,
go ahead, son. Go ahead. I'm gonna get the curse.
I'm saying if you call me and tell me you doing that type of stuff, I'm gonna ask you what the fuck wrong with you. I'm gonna ask you what's wrong with you, son. What is wrong with you? What is your problem?
Why are you doing it? That's dumb as fuck. Now, Kurt, you said that was the problem with your relationship. You was bored. What were you bored with? You was bored with the person, or you were just bored with your situation? But what was you bored with? Was you bored with the person, or was you bored with the situation? Oh yeah, I'm fucking right. I got the examples. I got to give it to you. I can't just say some shit and not have some shit to go with the shit. You know, she gave a very explicit example. She said exactly what she did. So if I laid up there and did some shit like that, now what? Now what we know? My motherfucking dog say, son, if you do that and you was bored with the sex. I mean, y'all should have did like on thing and move and put some hot sauce on your feet or something. I don't fucking know. But because you was bored with the sex, you started creating problems. Y'all wasn't having enough sex. Y'all was having too much sex, and it was the same old missionary, same old, and not romantic. Can I be asked if I want a Valentine's gift? What the fuck? I don't think women understand the energy that they bring into a situation. I really be thinking because of the way they look at shit, they don't understand how they come in and they want this. They want this. But when they come in that fucking house, they give off that. So the man, he moves off of what he getting. Not what you think you giving, but what he's getting. You understand me? Like in her mind, oh, when we have sex, it's gonna be like this, and I shouldn't have to ask you no Valentine's Day gift, and this, that, and the third. Woo, woo. But what energy you giving when you walk in that house?
But see, that's the thing. That's the thing. The boredom don't come with that. A lot of times, boredom come when they are getting stuff. It becomes repetitive. Okay, I get gifts. I get this. You know what I'm saying? The life, everything's the same, and you get bored and you go doing crazy shit. But that shit she talking about, that shit sound like they ain't in no serious relationship. Because she talking about Snapchat and playing games like that. Like that's some young retarded girl stuff.
He said that was her man. You understand me? Her ex-boyfriend. Right. That was her. She just went there and started that man just because she was bored, son. That's what she said out of her.
Okay, Bree, let me ask you this. You look forward to Simple as the Bree that you are now? Or would Simple fly when back in the gap? Because I think, I don't know. I think a lot of us get to the point where it's simple. We don't mind simple with a little bit of action. But if somebody is fucking sending me some stuff and waking me up out of my sleep and telling me I did some stuff I know I didn't do, man, boy, look.
See, you saying it was weird. You was turned off by the fact that he asked you if you wanted something for Valentine's Day, but we saying what led up to you being bored in the first place? Like, because you wasn't bored at first. So when did it become boring?
Okay.
Made it boring to where, you said you love spontaneity. But what energy are you giving off?
That says you're cool with it. Because if he's trying some shit and every time you're not receiving it the right way, and you always kind of like he got to spell it out for you. Because people will say they want, the spontaneous, but then when I'm trying to do it, I got to spell it out for you and tell you exactly what it is. So ain't nothing spontaneous about that. People do. You know what I'm saying? Like if you in the kitchen and he come up behind you and he's trying to do something, you like, what would you want? You gotta be a person that's willing to receive it.
All that move. Stop. I ain't moved this.
And you have
and fucking play double just to find out if you in a fucking mood or not. Man, I'm not about to deal with. They keep dealing with that shit. No.
Kurt said he was just slow. Well, that's your fault. For dealing with somebody that's on that bus. But that's a real thing though. That's a real thing though. People will say, I want things to be spontaneous, but you're not a person who understands. Because in order for you to receive that, you have to be a person that's be on go.
Right. That's it. You can't want something that you're not even rolling with when it comes to it.
Wow.
How do you have a slow? What is a slow beat? What does that mean? Slow to roll?
Slow strokes.
Slow stroke.
She want to go to Pound Town. That boy over on the kiddie ride, like. But no, that's a real conversation though. Let's expound on that about this spontaneous thing and you being a person that is not you're not ready. Because like I said, if he grabs you and you're like, boy, what? And then you like, oh, you want to do something? Oh, that kills all of that shit.
That's what we mean. You
or watch this. This is another way. You can kill your own blessings. Meaning this: if you always talk about something wrong with you, if he over there like, yeah, I'm gonna sneak up on tonight, or I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and you always talking about how your stomach hurt, your head hurt, your back hurt. Nigga like, oh no, I'm not going. No, not even that. You're not even gonna try.
Exactly. Or say, I ain't getting nothing tonight, so what's the point? What's the purpose?
Kershey said, I'm going to tell you what I need and you still can't deliver. It's a turnoff. Huh?
Okay, but you're missing the point. Because the point is, you say he shouldn't have to tell you what you shouldn't have to tell him what you need, right? But when he's trying to give you what you need, what you say you want, out your mouth, you reject it.
Because you want it when you want it.
Because you want it when you want it.
I am simple, trust me. That's up for debate.
Yeah.
That's up for debate.
That is definitely up for debate.
Okay, but given the benefit of the doubt, I try to communicate. I get that.
Yeah.
But see, even in that communication thing, people will say, "Oh yeah, I know how to communicate." You know how to communicate for you. You haven't learned how to communicate to the other person.
I'll tell you this here. If you say, I know how to communicate, I know right then and there you don't know how to communicate. You know why?
Okay, so
because communication means the other person got what you were saying. That's effective. Your communication is effective when the other person gets what you're saying. If that other person ain't getting what you're saying, and your communication ain't effective.
And to add to that, if someone's communicating to you, you can't determine what you want to make out of it. You have to get what that person's actually trying to tell you.
That's it.
Like,
And
I've seen that shit. Like, so if somebody say, well, babe, I don't think you're affectionate enough. What you trying to say about me? I just said it. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, or
just say it. What you want me to do?
Or like if I say something and you actually know what I mean, but to try to create chaos, you will turn it into something else. And then now, because a lot of men don't communicate because it gets flipped around on them. I'm communicating to you how I feel, but all you hear is a text.
What are you supposed to do with that? Person say they don't want to get it. Once again, what energy are you putting out where a person don't want to get it, right? And the reason I say that is because I've dealt with a lot over my time on this planet. I've seen different things, been in different scenarios. I see how if a woman does this, how the man reacts to him. I've seen how when men do this, how the women react to him. So I'm not just sitting up here making up some shit. I've seen some shit. I've experienced some shit. So when you come here, you can't just tell me no anything now. You understand me?
If I tell you, then consider what I'm saying. Don't ask me if I'm affectionate, and don't deliver what I ask of.
Go right now. Just do some shit how you would do some shit, and let's see how we respond to it. Go. Right now. Communicate what you want. Let's go.
Hey son, I don't think you listen to the things that I be saying sometimes.
Why you say that?
I don't think you listen to the things I'm saying. Like, but so if I give it 100 in the beginning, but once I express myself and nothing changes, I go through withdrawals. Withdrawals of what? Where is your patience? The same patience you would like somebody to have with you. Where's the patience?
There's that. Fuck it.
Free said, I think young adults have problems communicating if they have been taught or seen how it works.
That boy said,
But okay, so which party listens with their feelings and not their ears?
You heard?
I'm asking, like, which party is more likely to listen with their feelings and what they feel, opposed to listen to what somebody's actually saying to you? Yeah, without pulling out gadgets and shit, I ain't even about to get up.
Fuck. I guess I should have checked that.
What you mean? What you mean? No comment, Kirsten. Both. I think maturity plays a huge role. See, this is what happens, right? If we're not, if we're always saying both parties need to do this, we're gonna always break even, and we're never gonna get nowhere.
You want something. You want something.
So I mean, I get it. We can always say both parties need to work on this or work on that, but who's more likely to listen with their feelings and not their actual ears? Because, like I said, if somebody's always taking it as an attack, because you got to think about it. Okay, so there's a party that listens with their feelings, and there's a party that's taught to bottle their feelings. So how we get to a common ground? See, hold on, you got stuff going on.
Don't be delusional. Don't be delusional. Think about it. Take a second.
Hold on real quick. While you work on that, E, come here. I want to have this conversation with E real quick. You chime in. Do what you're doing.
Okay.
So, which party is more likely to listen with their feelings, and which party is taught to bottle their feelings?
Men are generically taught to bottle their feelings, and women are taught to express their feelings.
So is it a thing that understanding who you are as a person instead of saying it's just a maturity thing?
I think to say it's a maturity thing, how can I word this? I would say the mature thing in that is to not blame another person. You have to take ownership for your part in the communication. You can't say that it's another person. The onus is on you to confirm that your perspective was comprehended.
So if I'm taught, or if it's more in me to basically bottle up my feelings, now when I come into this relationship, now there has to be a certain comfort zone, even within myself, to be able to open up more, right?
There absolutely must be a safe space in order to share. Yes, you must have some type of emotional safety to share.
And so if once I share, and then it seems like every time I'm sharing how I'm feeling, then I ultimately end up consoling you because you've heard an attack opposed to my feelings. How does that work?
Did you communicate that at that point you felt that person was attacking you and you no longer felt like it was a safe space? Because the onus is still on you to admit that part as well. Like, let's say you did share and then they took that and you no longer feel safe, then that's where you have to use a direct statement using something like paraphrasing, saying something along the lines of, hey, earlier when you said this, I felt this.
Hold
that
on.
way.
Kirsten said, but you keep asking for another chance after you have been forewarned multiple times. I'm out. Okay, Kirsten, right? So I'm listening to the things that you're writing, right? I hear a lot of what needs to be done for you. What are you doing for the other party to make that a common ground? Like, because, and you can't just generalize and say, oh, I'm an understanding person. But when it comes to saying what you want, we can get a whole paragraph. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, where's the balance?
Yeah, E.
For any of us.
I'm in there, E.
I see that. I see that.
Let me. Okay, so somebody's saying like, listen, okay, well, when I'm communicating on the things that I'm not receiving or the things that I'm feeling,
Okay.
and I'm telling you, hey, it's getting turned on me to where now we have to spend a lot of time consoling you because you feel attacked, and I don't get heard in the end. Is that effective enough communication?
This is what I don't understand
No.
about that. This is what I don't understand about that, Irving. You want to tell me something? You see, I don't move off my square of you have wronged me. I don't give a fuck about none of your feelings, nothing until we have resolved the issue of you wronging me. You understand? Once we get past that, then you can come with whatever bullshit you about to come with. But before that moment, before that happens, and I don't mean, okay, yeah, well, I did that, I'm sorry, but blah, blah, blah. No. You have to take what the fuck you did, own it, apologize, sit in that bitch, and then you can come to me truthfully and talk about what I told you.
Let me add this. A lot of times with people who don't want to hold themselves accountable, you have to convince them to say, I'm sorry. That ain't the same. If I have to convince you to say that you're sorry, like we spent the whole, and I have to be so accurate before you, because you know what I'm saying. Like I have to be. Listen, I'm telling you, it's not the end of the world if you admit that you're wrong, but this is what happened. Do we admit this happened like this? Huh?
I'm telling Tony on them go on the other side.
Okay. So if we have to have this whole conversation about, yeah, you know, I'm not saying that you do this all the time, but this in this particular moment, you did this and you said that, and then I felt like this. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I kind of see where that goes. And it's like,
then that's where wait, right there. That's where we
okay,
have the break in. That's the part that we have the biggest break in communication. And I'm going to share this with everybody. The biggest problem we have in communication is a lot of times we communicate what it is and then ask that person if we see what we're saying. What that person has to do in order for it to be effective communication is they must paraphrase it back so that you truly know that they understood the intent of what you were saying. You can't just simply say, yeah, I get what you're saying. You have to paraphrase it back. Let's say a good example would be if you said, hey, when you did such and such, I felt like you disrespected me. Then that person needs to say, so what I'm hearing you say is that you felt disrespected at times that I do this. That allows you to make sure that both of you understand what's being said. You cannot just say, yeah, I got it. I don't know you got it the way I got it. You have to paraphrase it because what people don't understand is that there's impact and then there's intent. A lot of times you may intend for something to be one thing, but the impact of it may be something else based on how it's being paraphrased. There are 4 danger signs to communication I have to tell people all the time. And what's sad is that I was just listening to one of them being shown here. Withdrawal is one of those danger signs. You can't communicate with withdrawal. The other 3 are escalation, negative interpretations, and invalidation. A lot of times, the reason why conversations break down is because one or more of those 4 are being included in the conversation.
okay. I hear everything you're saying, and I don't disagree.
Yeah.
I think some people, like for me, this is what I found a lot of times. People understand more after the conversation's over with, like a couple of hours.
It's a reason why they say you hindsight's 2020.
Right. Yeah, they'll sit up there and it's like the conversation it goes better when a day maybe have passed by. Like, you know, so it's like, okay, you know what, I thought about that. And we can have a better conversation. My only problem is once we've learned that that's the case, we have to keep going through these same roller coaster ride of every time we have to break everything down to the last common denominator for you to get it. And I think you're intentionally trying not to get it.
Now, I'm not saying that there aren't some that do try to do that, but again, I a lot of times I equate relationships in some situations kind of like management, where
Mhm.
sometimes is it that me as the manager didn't communicate the employee correctly, or is it a skill issue with the employee? A lot of times you need to do the due diligence to figure that out, to know. So sometimes one of the biggest mistakes we assume is that people are cut from our cloth. And we've learned that sometimes what you think is common to
Mhm.
everybody, we learn down the line is not. And we think it's delusional when that the reality is they may have never seen that until just now when you presented it.
Mhm.
And that's where we get our frustration because our reality is not meeting our expectation. We expected the person to have an understanding of this. However, they didn't. That's why we're disappointed.
But okay, so I think after a while, like I get initially what you're saying, and in the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
beginning, I could totally see that. But after
Yeah.
we've done this thing for a while, if we keep going down this same roller coaster, it becomes to the person who's steady being the most talkative, they don't even
Hmm.
want to talk no more. Like, cause it's like, okay, we already understand this. We should have a better understanding of how to communicate. Now, this is one of the things that I tried within my relationship, right?
Okay.
Where like there was a lot of when there was arguments and things like that. Like it'll get loud, it'll get out of hand, and it'll be just a
We
lot, right?
escalate. Yeah, we do.
So what I tried to and it works now. It definitely works now. I was like, listen, and this is just for us, but anybody who want to try, like you could say whatever it is that you want to say, right? Here's some guidelines within that. One, let's say it to each other. Whatever we want to say, let's say those things to each other. Get it off your chest, and then let's move on from it. Let's not stay in the where it's hours and days. We still mad over these things because
But here's the gotcha in that. That may work, and I've had to learn this. That may work for you because you created
but that's what I said.
systems and
That's what I said.
processes to be able to move on. Some
Mm-hmm,
people, and I know this because I deal with participants all the time, there are
mm-hmm.
some people who are still holding on to shit from 10 years ago like it happened
Facts.
10
No,
minutes
facts,
ago.
facts, facts.
And you can't do nothing. Something has to click for that to actually happen.
I think for me, I learned that just like what you said, there's some people who need to get everything out, everything that they're feeling. So that's why like the safe space I kind of like tried to create was let's get it out and let's kind of like, what's up, Tonio? We still we still have to function, especially like when you live together, because that is the worst
Hmm.
thing in the world. When you going through arguments, y'all live together, and I still got to see you. It ain't like, oh well, when we live in separate places, we can get off the phone. We take a couple hours, maybe even a day.
I know that
I
feeling.
I,
Yeah.
I miss you tomorrow, so I ain't tripping. But
Yeah.
when we live together, we still got to have conversations about the kids and bills and who's gonna pick up who, and we still gotta function all under the guidelines of still being angry. Man,
But do you? Because
mm,
that goes back to at some point, and that there's the part where we, and I'll say if we as men take
mm-hmm.
this, there's a lot of times that we take L's that we don't need to take under the guise of keeping the peace. Remember how I talked about there's
Facts.
4 danger signs? One of the danger signs that we as men and we as people as a whole do to ourselves more than anything is we invalidate ourselves under the guise of keeping the peace. If that hurts you, that hurts you. You can't say I'm fine. You can't say if you're upset, you need to say that you're upset. Like you said,
No,
well, we got to
no, for
bottle it
sure.
in. No, you don't. It's okay to say, hey, yesterday when you did this, it made me angry. That's
Now,
totally
now,
okay to
now,
say.
now, I will say this:
This is what he's talking
the
about.
next day
When
is
he
about a
says
conversation,
that, when he
opposed
Yeah.
says
to
that, when he lets you know that, hey, yesterday you fucked up, right?
Well,
uh
see,
huh.
first don't say it like that. We just
Don't say
talked about
No,
it. You
I'm
can't
talking
say that.
between us, amongst us. When
Yes.
he lets you
right.
know
Yes.
that you fucked up, right?
Okay.
Immediately, soon as he be like, hey, look, yesterday such and such happened, and it didn't really, right then and there, they feel I'm attacked. You're attacking me. You telling
And
me that
here's the
I
thing.
did
That's
something
why I
wrong.
say the wording is critical in it. Notice in the wording, I didn't directly accuse the person of anything. I only spoke from my perspective. I said yesterday when you did this. So I'm only stating facts there. I felt this. I didn't say you
Man,
disrespected me.
some of these
I
folks,
felt
I ain't
this.
saying all, some of these
Here's
folks don't care nothing
here's the
about the way you state it,
It's
the
not
way
that they
you
don't
say
care.
it.
Here's what I've learned, and I'm gonna be honest with you, Mike. Here's what I've learned. Now, I've been doing this
Okay,
job now 2 years.
okay,
I have seen an average. I can easily say I've seen a good couple thousand people over the two
okay.
years. What I have learned is that communication is poor all the way around because no one really knows truly how to communicate until they've been burned to the point that they need to learn how to communicate, or they've matured enough to the point that they want to learn how to communicate. And a good example of that is a lot of times you don't really start thinking about another person until you become a manager, and then you realize that your critiques is based on your team and it ain't got nothing to do with you. That's when you first learn that it is not
Lord have
about you
mercy.
while being about you
Hey, wait,
simultaneously.
no, no, that's a fact. That is it, bruh. That is
That
a
is the
fact,
first time you really come to that
bruh.
reality.
That is, oh my God, that was so
Because
good
you
it
can
damn near
bust
triggered
up
me.
all day long. But if your team sucks, guess what? You suck.
That's a fact. No, no,
Period.
that is. Hey, look, that's something that I'm still actively learning and understanding how to do because
And
you're right.
now, exactly, because
You're
now the
right.
onus is on you. Here's a good example. I have a team right now. I just became a manager. I've been there 2 years and I just became a
Okay.
manager. Now, they've seen me as a worker over them 2 years, consistently look out for people. The same people that I'm working with now see me as a manager in their mind now. I'm going to throw them under the bus. When have I ever shown you evidence that I'm going to throw you under the bus? Yet I am spending more time doing damage control, explaining to them, you got to give me a fair shake before you immediately think I'm like another manager.
Bro, I just had this conversation with one of my guys. He just said, I'm like, bro, what have since you came here? What have I shown you? I'm solid. We're gonna be straight up. Just do your part, and we good. If you do your part, you do your part, and I'm gonna do mine. If there's something we
And,
need to, huh?
and that brings it all the way back to Kershey and Bree. In these conversations,
Right.
can you truly look in the mirror and said you did your part? Because just because you told him, did you do your part to confirm comprehension? It's no different than teaching and training. Just like you do with children, you do with adults too, because they're grown children. You still need to do a competency check. You still need to confirm that they understood what you said. Because just because we're using the same words don't mean those words mean the same thing. We live from New Orleans. We already know a word can mean something totally different when it's said down there versus anywhere else.
What's ham, bitch? What's ham, bitch? And bitch, what's happening? Two totally different things.
Exactly.
What's ham, bitches, man? Man, I ain't seen you. That's my partner. I'm happy to see you. But if I said, bitch, what's ham? We got to get some straightening going on.
And the other thing we need to do, and this is where Kershey and most of us have to stop with this, is we got to stop speaking for other people. You don't know that. You are still assuming.
Wait. Kershaw a little repped out. Kershaw said he know I did. That's why he begging for another chance. But I'm done.
Done.
Boy,
That's not necessarily true. Because I can give you at
a little
least
repped
three
out, bro.
thoughts that could have gone through his mind in asking for another chance. Maybe he didn't know he fucked up and now he's trying to fix it back. Like there's several different ways it could be seen, but you immediately assumed you did it right. I'm sorry. Here's true management. Here's true autonomous and leadership. When we do good, it's the team's fault. When we do
When
bad,
we
I
fuck
got to
up,
look at myself.
Hey, I got a question. Why do women automatically assume that if a dude want to double back, that it's about being with them and not just, well, you right here. Let me see if I can get that pussy. I mean that stuff. Shit.
I mean, you can turn the volume down, Kersey. We won't yell loud. I mean, if you want to still join, because I really want to hear it, and it's a little complicated to do it in real time with text.
Or what if he decided, hey man, I can tweak this one thing that I know that I was doing wrong, and maybe that'll change everything.
But here's where we make the other mistake, and this is what I need to explain to people too. There's layers to causing an argument. What a lot of people don't realize is there's an issue, there's an event, there's an issue, and then there's a hidden issue. Chances are they're doing nothing but addressing the issue, but not addressing the hidden issue. The hidden issue is the thing that's really causing the argument, is because that's something that happened to you that was long before that dude, and he's just reminding you of that. It's like arguing about the toothpaste. It ain't got nothing to do with the toothpaste. It got to do with the fact that you're not acknowledging them. And that goes back to as a kid, they were never acknowledged.
You know what I find funny? And in some women, right? Some women will leave a man, not deal with a man no more because he wasn't assertive enough, right? He let me do and say whatever I wanted to do to him, so I didn't like that. But then you get a man that's more assertive and then call him controlling. Where is the fine line?
The fine line is the work's not being done. Because the problem is a lot of times,
I'm saying
by whoever's the one who's homie hopping is the one that the work's not being done. Because here's the problem. What we don't seem to do is a lot of times we use our next relationship to fix our last relationship.
That's a fact. That's a boy. Hey, wait.
Oh, you want me to say it again for the fans in the cheap seats? We use our next relationship to fix our last relationship. But if you truly do the work, then you know what you want. How you gonna love on a person if you don't know what it is that you want? The problem is, here's a good example, and I'm gonna use a low-hanging fruit example to explain.
Curse said send it a link.
Absolutely. I'm gonna use a low-hanging fruit example right here. And I think I've used this example before. Let's say you fool around, you do whatever with your girl and everything, and then she makes you a badass sandwich with mayo, mustard, freshly dill sliced pickles, crispy, toast is perfectly right, and then she hand that bitch to you, and you never told her how you want your sandwiches. You never told her how you wanted your sandwiches. What's the first thing you thinking? You making me the last nigga sandwich. You loving me like you love the last nigga. I don't want you to love me like the last nigga. I'm not the last nigga. That's what we do. A lot of times we assume that, hey, that's what the last motherfucker wanted you to show for love. That's not what this dude wants. And we make that mistake. We all make that mistake. And that's how we end up passing trauma like an STD. Because we over here hopping from one thing to the next without actually sitting and doing the work.
Pots and pans. Let them cook pots and pans.
That's all I'm saying. No shame, no condemnation. I'm not even bashing nobody in it. I'm just trying to call awareness to it. That's the biggest thing. All I want to do is call awareness to this is what we do, because maybe if we call awareness to it, we can do something about it. I'll admit it. I made the mistake of assuming a person knew what I was thinking. But if I don't actually take the time to confirm that, then that onus is on me because I didn't do the comprehension check. You have to do that.
Do you understand? Do you stand under?
I get it, and I don't disagree. My only thing is it's always the onus of the person who's trying to teach the other person. But if that person is determined not to hear what you're saying,
there's onus on their side to want to receive it. But the only reason why I can't speak for them is because I'm not them. That's the gotcha. I can't put onus on them because I'm not them. Well, I don't know what the hell they give a damn about.
Well, let's do this. I'm saying, but once I know, right, and I don't know nothing about this, and I'm over here listening to Irwin. Mm-hmm. Like, man, he dropping some gems. I'm about to go do the work. I'm about to put all the effort that he says to put in to my relationship, right? But if that person don't even know how to receive it, they're gonna run through troubles. And so I think we also need to take time out to make sure that we let those people know that, that you need to be able to receive it as well. Because if not, it doesn't matter how great of an effective communicator that person is. If you're not willing to receive it or you're not willing to hear it, the work won't get done.
Now that goes back to what you mentioned as you moved into a manager, that made me bring it all the way back to Bree and Kirsty, where you mentioned that you did your part. At the end of the day, there's three things that you can do. You can do your part, you can decide and not slide, and you can make it safe to connect with the person. Long as you can look in the mirror and say you did those three things and let it go. That's the thing. I can't vouch for you. I can't speak for you. But if I can look in my mind, know that I've tried, know that I confirmed your comprehension, and you still chose to do it, now it's on me to decide if I'm still okay with this situation. Period. And that's where a lot of people don't want to make that call. Some people don't want to make that call under the guise of we got kids, or under the guise of I'm keeping the peace, or under the guise of thinking that this is a scarce world instead of an abundant world, that they'll just sit in it and then they're growing contentment. Like, no, at some point, you got to either be okay with sitting in the shit or get out the shit.
I just want to make clear that, I think I want people to also understand that nobody's above doing the work. Nobody's above just being,
but some people are scared of it and they will avoid it like the plague. It's one of the reasons why it's easier to fix other people's problems than fix your own.
But that's why I want to make sure I put that out there. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's above doing the work, and everybody has to be cooperative. Like that is the main thing. Just cooperation is so important for both parties if we're talking about doing this thing. But a lot of people that just what Roscoe Jenkins was, the team of me. They're just a team of themselves. Like they only concerned with how they feel, how they react, and whatever advantages they can receive. And I don't think that's cool. Because you can't always be looking for an advantage and wrap that around and say you love that person. Because you don't. You love you. You love you, and you love making sure that you're good at all times.
Because that's what people don't truly understand, is that to truly love a person is to give them more grace than most people deserve. That's the real love. Love is grace more than anything. That's what you need to understand. Love isn't what you do. Love is grace. Because think about this. I can give you a perfect example of the ultimate grace. No matter how fucked up your kid is, what do you always give them? Grace. Why? Because you love them. Love is grace. Unconditional love is unconditional grace.
Listen, I was just having that conversation about my daughter earlier today. And, the thing about it is my daughter will be 22 in February, right? And she's going through these growing pains, and I see it. So it's like I have totally backed off to where I'm leaving it to where, man, when you need that, I'm a phone call away. But I'm not going to force myself to keep trying to teach you things that you obviously don't want to learn, or you just can't hear it right now. And I know she can't hear it.
You can't. So she's not in that spot to hear it, and that's okay.
And it's okay. And I'm okay with it. Like my mom, her grandmother, on the other hand, ain't trying to hear none of that. I
sent Kurt the link, just so you know.
I did too.
Okay.
I don't know why I told you to do it. I don't know. I'm so out of rhythm. When I was a kid.
Well, again, when you got a super producer, you get spoiled. I understand that.
Repped out.
Hey, for the record, he said that, not me. I'm just repeating what your co-host said. I'm just the producer. Your co-host gave me the recognition.
That's crazy.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
That is the definition of repped out is. Hey, he called me that. You hear me? All I'm doing is accept it. How you gonna fault me for accepting what he gave me?
That's all I'm saying.
That's it. That's all he's saying.
That's all I'm saying.
Boy. I'm gonna cue the music. Reptile, boy.
I'm just chilling, man. I'm just doing me.
Yeah, but
But
man, like just go ahead.
it really comes down to that a lot of times. It really boils down to I've learned in the little time, and again, it goes back to the reason why I can give so much grace and it sounds like I'm a sunflower is, dude, I've really been talking to enough people to learn that the stuff I thought was common is not
Nah,
common, bro.
listen, and I
I'm
can't stress
talking
this
people
enough.
from 65 to 25.
I can't stress this enough. My temperament, for those who know, from the beginning, if he was a sunflower, I was a firecracker.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
So, but I just brought it back because I've learned people. I understand it's just me. Now, granted, I'm not above it if it comes down to it, because some people will bring me back, because God ain't done with me yet. But some people will bring me back. But for the most part,
he said they'll bring me back.
Yeah. There's some folks can bring me back to that, but for the most part, man, I fall back on it because it's like, okay, we giving information. Either you gon' and me getting out of character sometimes is like, and you get all amped up and you're yelling, they can't hear you anyway. And so they use that as an out as well. So it's like, I'm glad we can come on here and we can articulate our thoughts and, give dialogue. We ain't gonna always agree.
Not at all.
And that's cool. But I just rather get my point across than get triggered and get upset and go ham, but it's all good.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I get it. I get it more than you know.
But
I get it more than you know.
Definitely that point about when you have to supervise people and like their actions affect you, because even when I'm off, their actions affect me.
Even when you're up, trust me. I have to walk a fine line between invalidating and not feeling invalidated at the same time, because I have to understand why they think I'm not going to help them, while simultaneously giving them grace to being like, what the hell am I, chopped liver? I've had you back for the last 2 years.
And see, here's where my thing is for me, and I got to get better at it. But it's like, okay, I'm gonna give you the information. I'm gonna be cool as I possibly could be. I'm not into like just necessarily just coming at somebody and reprimanding them. My style is more about, I'm gonna give you enough rope to hang yourself. I told you over and over again. Now now that guidance that I was giving you, I'm just gonna pull it away from you, and I'm just gonna see how long it works.
Now we're gonna see how it works. Yeah, I get it.
And and sometimes it's like, it seems passive aggressive sometimes, but it's like, nah, bro. Like, I'm just, if we went over the rules on how we need to do X, Y, and Z, this is how we're gonna move. And if we need to make adjustments in between, we'll make these adjustments. But once we establish a rhythm on how we're working and how we're managing things, I move from it. People try to move from it, take things out. No, that's where you're messing up at. Consistency.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I keep telling people. Consistency.
But even in these relationships, like I said, just finding that common ground. Like I said, with me, it's just I understand that sometimes people got to get everything out, and that's fine. But let's not let this linger, because it's the lingering of this shit that's gonna make us not last.
Here's the thing. We, in this research-based curriculum we teach, we asked the guy who wrote the principles of a lot of the communication we talked about. And we asked him, what is the one skill that if there was one thing that you say was the most underutilized skill in communication, what would you think it is? What do you think he said it actually is? The most underused skill in communication?
Would it be listening?
You thought that. That's what I thought too. Nope, it wasn't listening. I thought listening too. I was ready to say listening, active listening. Nope, that wasn't it.
Okay.
And I thought, okay, well, it's got to be communicating, right? Those are the only two things, right?
Okay.
You know what he told me is the most underutilized skill in communication?
Hold on, before you say that.
Fucking comprehension. Shoot.
Nope.
Nope. What comprehension?
Knowing and executing timeouts when escalation has happened. Knowing when to say, hey, we're at a point that neither one of us are willing to listen to each other. Let's take a minute. Let's gather ourselves. Now, here's the thing.
Wait. Oh,
I know what
go
you're
ahead.
about to say. Here's the thing. I'm using the repped out version like Jay was saying with the you fucked up part.
Okay.
So I'm saying it in a repped out way right now, saying, hey, we're at a point. Because basically what people mostly struggle in communication is a lot of times we are numb to how high we are already escalating. We do not realize we're running at the temperature we're running. A good example is if you've ever ridden a motorcycle, you've looked down at the speedometer and you're like, holy shit, I'm going 80 miles an hour. And it don't feel nothing like 80 miles an hour. Escalation is the same way.
But wait. Now, the reason why I got hyped when you said that, because I'm like, bro, there are, and I've experienced this a lot, where when you say, wait a minute, it's getting too thick, let's time out. Now you're trying to set me up.
That's where you make the mistake. That's where you make the mistake. And that's where I used to make the mistake. Okay. It has to be, hey, can you give me a minute? I need a timeout. Notice you're not accusing them of anything. Hey, I need a minute. I need a timeout. Can we address this in 5-10 minutes? I'm going to walk the block. I'm going to do something.
So we don't work. Meaning, if I say
no, we don't work because in the we, you're still speaking for somebody that's not you.
Yeah. Okay.
I used to do the same thing.
I get it.
Use the royal we. Like, let me use the we because it's a no.
You bitch. I'm about to say all that we, I, bitch. You need to shut the fuck up. God damn it.
Speaking of repped out,
you go. But look. I ain't gonna lie. Man, you tripping. You tripping used to be my go-to. Man, you tripping. You need a break. Goddamn Kit Kat ball.
We all used to make that mistake. I used to use we so much, I forgot the word I exist. You thought I was Venom, the way I used to say we so damn much. You would think I was Venom up in here. And at some point, it wasn't until, and I'm going to be honest with you, it wasn't until I started teaching this material. There were parts of this material that actually helped me do the work because some parts validated what I was doing over 20 years. And some parts made me look at myself and was like, oh shit, I was doing it wrong this whole damn time.
I'm not going to lie. Now, I have been told in that process of, man, look, I need a break. Let me take a walk. Motherfucker told me, you ain't finna get me all excited and worked up and leave me with all this. What the fuck?
Now you see why it's the most underutilized skill in communication. Do you understand, brother? If you truly know, and I've heard this from several participants who has applied the stuff that we've taught them, and they've told me their significant others have accused them of mind games. They've accused them manipulation. They've accused them of all kind of stuff instead of seeing them for trying. So I get it. And you're talking to a person who was called Dexter at one point because I stopped escalating. At some point, I clicked and was like, I'm done letting other people get under my skin. And people started calling me a robot because of it, because I just had emotional regulation. I was called a robot. I can't do nothing about that. Because if I really let the 504 come out in Oklahoma, you're not going to like that. Y'all aren't made for what we are down there. And I tell that to people all the time. Y'all ain't made for us down there.
Look, this is safe space.
Look, oh, yeah.
Brother, you ever had somebody have you so fucked up that you breathing hard, you like, bruh, I need to get away from you because guess what?
Bruh, I've had people have me so fucked up I'm sideways. I'm not even up no more. I'm down at this point. And it's like, bruh, please do not let these slacks and this polo fool you.
Just like, bro, please, just leave me alone. That's all. Just leave me alone. Because you try at that point. Now, I get what you're saying, and these things,
this is the escalation part. This is where you got to be like, hey, I need a minute.
De-escalating shit. I'll be a motherfucker be like, God damn it. You
Yeah,
want to
but see,
go?
Jay the
fuck
type of
around.
person to be like, baby, tell me what you're feeling. It doesn't matter what
Man,
you're feeling.
fuck around it, cause put that fucking water bottle in your mouth. Or you want to play? Time to play the
The
game.
game.
I ain't gonna lie.
But I'm gonna tell y'all
I've gotten
something.
better. I've gotten better. But see, the Gemini
Here's
in
the
me, boy,
here's the beauty of it though. If you do truly master that communication, it's actually more fun because now only one motherfucker's getting worked up, and now it's like watching TV that you can interact with. Now it's like interactive TV because you know the script. You've read forward in the script. They haven't.
Man.
And if you've ever pushed a button, no, intentionally, when you're like, I know what this is gonna do. Watch this. Yeah.
Oh, see. Not what you talking about is somebody with growth. Me, I do shit like I used to. I don't do it no more. Shit like play music and play certain songs that goes along with how you're not gonna fuck up my peace. Jill Scott, living my life like it's golden.
Mm-hmm.
Trigger song.
Yeah.
Play one of them. Man, you ain't finna get me out of my character. Living my life like it's golden.
What was my song, son?
What's that?
If you won't leave, go ahead.
Go ahead, leave.
Found out, can't have home. I gotta have free.
No.
If
you don't, one more, time to go.
Yes. Ultra damn loud. Stop playing with me in here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro. Like it just, man, this shit got so many layers to it. Just trying to, and trying to be the bigger person. And one thing I would tell people that if you're listening, you could take all this stuff. It has to be practiced. Don't think, oh, I learned something new, and you go do it. Man, that shit is like binoculars to them people, boy. They will flip that shit and have you all the way out your character all over. And you be like, how did I get here? I thought this was going to work. That's where you mess up at. Don't go thinking that, oh, I'm going to do this the first time and it's just going to work. No, this is learned. Thing has to be, you have to like get your way of doing the same thing that Erwin was talking about.
Here's the thing. I tell people all the time, I am giving you the recipe. You still have to cook it yourself. I'm telling you the ingredients. I'm telling you the temperature to set it at. I'm telling you everything. But you still have to cook it yourself.
Look, I've given people advice. Dudes, my partners, and people, just talking advice. And they're so quick to, oh, that's good. Let me go use that. And come back. Man, because you did, first of all, you did it too fast. And that woman, especially, no, those are not your words.
Yep.
Those are not the things you usually say. And they will flip it. That's with your partner. Oh, you been talking to so and so. You can't even use his own words. What? And they will attack that character and make you get out. There you go out your mind again.
They don't make you do a damn thing. This is why, and this is the part we gotta get back to. You either can't nobody make you do anything, or everybody can make you do something. There's no in between.
Javon, he over there talking about some mature shit. Fuck that.
I'm your puppet.
Man, you made me do this. He talking about some. He talking about trying to be mature. What?
You made.
I don't. And see, and y'all wonder why this beard is so damn great. Right here. This here is why I have all the gray in the beard. Right here. I'm trying to be mature.
You better go find you some 5 minutes and start busting motherfuckers across the top of the head.
God, boy, what to the white meat show? I'm trying to tell you. Hold up, we can't talk like this. We on YouTube now. We can't talk like this.
Yeah,
we gotta learn these guidelines for real. We can't be coming on YouTube.
YouTube be way more strict.
No. You put your face. No, it's a real thing. All the top people follow these guidelines. That's how they get them plaques. They ain't gonna get them plaques by you know, because they want to get monetized and all that stuff. So yeah, but we got to
yeah.
learn to get right. But it's the truth though, man. Like them people be having you messed up. Everyone over there talking about trying to be mature. I don't want to be that all the time.
I come in the house listening to "We Are the World, We Are the Children," and then you come fucking with me. I'm supposed to not be like,
no, if you bust.
Whoop that trick, get him, whoop that.
Good for absolutely nothing. Say it again. Wall, good God.
Slipping in the darkness.
No, if you buck. No, if you buck.
Violence is not the way. We've talked about this.
If I'm outside of the club and you think
I'm a
punk. I ain't never scared.
What?
Telling you, bro, like, she be having you messed up, man. But I get it. And, you know, I can say, bro, I've definitely matured a lot.
I remember one day.
Look, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and tell you that it's an easy thing. No.
I remember
not by a long shot.
I remember one day, motherfucker had me so hot. I went in the bathroom. I went in the closet. I came back out the bathroom, and that motherfucker looked at me and was just like, "What is you doing?" I had went in there and put on goggles and a snorkel. She was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Then she about to make me jump off the deep end.
That always has to go extra with.
Oh my God, bro!
It's not the deep end.
See, man, I done see Jay in a position where people like he wasn't as mature as he is now, and people that had him messed up. We can't talk about it, but we had him messed up, and to the point where I seen him put hands on the dog.
Wow!
You gonna have people looking for me, bitch.
Wow!
Back in my day when I used to run a 329. That little motherfucker was fast as shit.
Oh man, dog was barking at him. That boy ran down the street. All I heard was
He fucked the dog up. Bro, you on a whole nother level.
Man. But nah, man, I think this was a good old talk, man. We ain't gotta expound on it too much more, but I think we done gave out some Jews. At this point, we gotta start having some damn seminars because these Jews, they're too potent. They're too potent.
The biggest advice I can say, you want to ask me what the key takeaway from this is? Be okay with having some downtime between relationships. Don't hop. Sit in it for a minute. Because one of the best things I did was one of the worst things I wanted to do. There was a good year that I was in this bit by myself. And that was one of the greatest things that I could have came up with.
They definitely have some positives to being by yourself sometimes and really like getting to know yourself. And because even in a relationship, sometimes you get when you're not in a relationship, you get to get back to being yourself. Because a lot of times you forget your own damn name when you're in a relationship. You just your baby or your daddy or you're something else other than your actual name, and that does feel good to be able to get back to yourself and see who you are as a person when you're not always trying to take care of somebody else. I think a key takeaway that I can say about this show is you have to be able to understand that even if you're applying all these things that we talked about and trying to have as much effective communication as you possibly can, you also have to understand that if that person is ready to receive what you're giving them, and don't kill yourself don't hurt yourself to try to keep force that upon them. If they ain't ready to hear it, they ain't ready to hear it. And maybe it's time you need, and maybe you need to decide, like, is this something that I want to keep pursuing? For real. Knowing when to say when. Because you can also lose yourself trying to help somebody get to where they need to be help make your relationship successful. You don't want to lose yourself in the process. That's a tough one.
Absolutely.
Key takeaway, Jay. Key takeaway.
Key takeaway.
Lose the delusion. You don't need it. You're not really bored. You just fucked up in the head. You understand me?
Boy,
you don't have to create. You're creating your own problems. Stop it. Stop thinking that you're not doing nothing wrong, or that when you do something to somebody, their reaction is the thing that's the wrong thing in the situation.
Boy, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one.
You understand me? That's the key thing. That's the key thing that I want y'all to understand. The first action is the thing that's the issue. That's the problem. Stop that shit. You don't even have no reaction.
No, I ain't gonna lie. We do a lot of that. We condemn the person for reacting in society, period. Way more than we do the person who does something. That's a fact.
Yeah.
That is a fact. And they make it to be the same thing. Well, you didn't have to go that far. What do you mean?
Yeah.
That girl gave my cousin HIV. Well, you ain't had to burn the house down.
That part.
Bitch, what? She had to pay. She did something. All debts must be paid. Shit. That's all I'm saying.
That's all I'm saying.
That's all I'm saying.
A Lannister must always pay their debts.
Mm-hmm. So
that's a Game of Thrones reference for some of y'all.
I feel like we done. I feel like
we did.
So man, let's go ahead on and get up out of here, man. This has been the Narrative Project Podcast. I am your boy Mike. That is
Icon
and Irwin the Fourth.
Super producer extraordinaire.
Repped out. Bo's hanging and wild. Nah, man, he definitely that though for sure. He both of them. He's super producer and he repped out. He gonna be both that, man.
Oh yeah.
But shout out to everybody for tuning in with us, man. Been a good show. We out at y'all. We out.